The other thing that was made a big deal of, you got to find a way to unlock Evan Mobley. Mobley looks pretty good. I know you wrote an article that if they're going to harness Mobley and use him the way they want to in the playoffs, they kind of got to lean on him now. So take us through that article and kind of your thought behind it.
Yeah, I mean, when this was going on, this comes to the Boston Celtics game where he is having a tear of a game. He's being able to assert his will. I believe he had 13 or 14 points alone in the third quarter, and then he doesn't touch the ball or doesn't get to attempt a field goal throughout the entire fourth quarter. Obviously, that tells you how the game ends up because they end up losing that game. That's their one blemish on their record. And Kenny Atkinson took it to his chest, said it to his own that it was his fault for not working to get him the ball more. So obviously, I wrote that story as a column after the Boston Celtics game and followed up with Kenny Atkinson afterwards, talking about how the Cavs, how important that is for them going forward. Because for me, it's not about him succeeding all that much. It's about him dealing with staggering or stumbling because you're not always going to have that success, but you have to be able to have the opportunities to face those, especially when it's in late game scenarios, high pressure times, when you're in the fourth quarter and you're being called on. Because we understand that this is a team that is going to call on Evan Mobley a lot, and especially coming down the stretch. So the very next game, they said, okay, you didn't get the ball to end the fourth quarter. We're going to run a play to start the game for you, and we're going to make sure that you get your looks. So I obviously Kenny Atkinson used that and said that after the very next game. So I want to see that continued when they face against high level competition where Evan Mobley is going to have to face these guys or these teams in high pressure situations, potentially in the playoffs later into the year. Because this is not about right now, right? We want the Cavs to bank wins, all those good things, but it's about creating habits that they can take to April, May, and June.